So I'm coming out. I've just come outside, and I'll show you. This is quite a rare type of passion fruit. There's not flowering at the moment, but there's a lot of fruit on it. And I'm coming out every day, and I'm picking them off the ground. I don't pick them directly off the vine. I pick them off the ground. The root of it is over there, and it goes up this tree, and it spreads out. I put a guiding line on there. It spreads out to that tree over there too. And I've also got a line. It spreads it out to the next tree here too. So the vine is quite healthy and spread out quite well. You get back a bit so you can see more of it. So it's spread out. It grows up on that big tree that's in the middle of the screen, and it spreads out onto paper fig, which is where the yellow dragon fruit are, and it spreads out here onto this tree too. Now I've come out to pick some fruit because I do this every day just to check if there's any on the ground, and there normally is. So, as I say, I don't pick them directly from the vine. I wait until they're on the ground, and oftentimes somebody gets there before me, like this is one that somebody's eaten already. Well, not one, there's many there. The animals are after them too, not just us that like them. This type of passion fruit is quite rare to see, at least in this neck of the woods, and it is very, very nice passion fruit. That one's still got his hat on. Yeah, it's a little tiny one, but there'll be some fruit in there. More here. Kookaburra's happy. I just spotted a flower. These are the flowers. They're the most beautiful flower, aren't they? Look at that, how intricate they are and how delicate and beautiful. Yeah, they're such a nice flower. I think passion fruit flowers are my favourite flower. Just the way they are, they're just like so unusual really as a flower. They're really amazing.
Ale ty už jdeš, tak pojď, utíkej. Mandíčko šel pro lžičku, už jde. Hlavně, aby si se sem vešel. Sedni si, jak chceš, dělej si pohodlí.
These are the passion fruit I picked and brought to Květušinko.
Počkej, povídej.
Yeah, and the thing that's quite unique about these, as far as I'm aware with passion fruit, is they have a very, very hard shell that you cannot break into. You can't, as you can with other passion fruits, you can kind of push them with your hands. But these are like nuts. These are really like nuts. So to open them, use a nutcracker, and I put them in the nutcracker, and then I just kind of like squeeze them.
It's a bit finicky. It's tricky to open them. Yeah. Maybe get a smaller one. Okay.
Yeah.
They're not easy to get to, as you can see.
That's how they are inside.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're very yummy. They don't have as much juice as the other ones.
No.
But they're very, very yummy.
Yeah. Very, very creamy.
Very creamy.
You have to be careful not to eat the shell. So you have to, separate the shell from the edible part. Otherwise, you end up breaking your teeth.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you
Anyway.
have to be always gentle with
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
If you're rough, you can hurt yourself.
Yeah.
That goes
So-
with everything in life, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
here is two
Yeah.
two fruits, mango, broken
Just
up,
opened,
open.
and we'll give it a try. Yeah.
They're fact yummy.
Yeah.
They're not yummy.
Yeah, they're very, very delicious passion fruit. Unlike the yellow ones or the purple ones, which you may be more familiar with, they are very creamy and they don't have that kind of acidity, sourness that the other ones have. So these are sweet and
Sweet,
and
very,
creamy.
very sweet, creamy, slightly acidic, only very slightly. Just perfect.
Yeah.
And they also very rare. And it's very difficult to start the seed, start growing. Sure.
Yeah. I think I've tried a few times and never got them to sprout, but we managed to get one sprouting from like 100 seeds or something that I put in pots, and that one vine is now
Huge.
quite huge, yeah, and giving us a lot of fruit. So
And
we're very
also-
happy about that.
So,
Yeah.
Also that vine was once by the weather trashed.
Yeah, we had
What happened? Tell us, we almost thought the tree. I remember the vine was climbing up on a tree, and we have a lot of vine, and that tree was actually dead and old, and it fell.
It fell down. Yeah,
That's
that's what
really-
happened. It grew all over a dead tree, and it looked really good. I thought, this is a good use for a dead tree. But then, storm, the dead tree fell over and smashed into the house. It actually hit the bedroom roof where we were sleeping.
Yeah, just the corner.
Well, we weren't sleeping at the time, but yeah, it hit the corner. Fortunately, it didn't really do any great damage to the house. It just bented the guttering, but it made a huge crash when it landed. And the vine was all over the ground, and I thought, this is going to be a nightmare to get it somewhere again where it feels happy, because it was kind of all over half of it was under the dead tree. So I had to saw up the tree bit by bit and carefully remove the vine and unwrap the vine from the tree. It was wrapped around, and then I led it up another tree. So it was a bit of a project, but I got there in the end, and I wasn't using any power tools either. It was just all with a hand saw. And
So we are not such vegetables as some people think, that we don't have no energy because we eat fruit.
no, we're fruits, not
Quite.
vegetables.
Quite opposite. I said we are not.
Yeah, no, I said we're not fruit. We're not vegetables. We're fruit.
We are fruit, that's right. So don't call us, we are weak. Vegetable is weak. We are strong like a fruit.
Yeah.
And is. So I was a bit upset on the beginning when the tree fell, and we believed maybe vine is done, dead. It's going not to survive such an impact. But Mango did so good job.
Okay, mashed us.
Thank you. And so good care
Yeah.
of the vine afterwards.
Yeah, and the vine
Yeah.
is maybe like
Yummy.
5 or 6 years old already, and he's still going strong. So he lives for a few years.
We should start some
Another
more
one.
somewhere
Well,
else.
yeah, I
because
definitely should put more seed in. But yeah,
we should have a look. We never look how long it lives.
No, we don't really know. They're actually called, if you're interested, these are called ironbark passion fruit, or Japanese hard shell passion fruits.
Yes.
And they're, as you can see, they're much smaller than a normal passion fruit. They're only like this big. That's as big as they get.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they sound like ping pong
yeah,
balls.
ping pong balls.
When you
Yeah, you do. You do.
do that noise.
But they're much harder. They're very
And-
hard, very hard shelled.
Sometimes we started to break them with the little hammer
Yeah,
or this little metal meat tenderizer we have.
garlic crusher.
We
it
got
was.
never garlic crusher. That was that little
Yeah.
metal meat
Yeah.
tenderizer. So it had a rough edges, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
easier to. It doesn't
Yeah.
slip so easy over because this is very smooth.
Yeah.
So similar to macadamia nut.
Mm.
So Mango come up with this nutcracker, which works,
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
but already one nutcracker
Yeah.
got broken.
Yeah, I was squeezing it, and because the shell was so
Metal.
hard, the metal handle broke as I was squeezing the.
So this is one tough piece of
one
fruit.
tough cookie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's amazing, really, how after a week or so, if you leave them, the shell gets soft. Of course, the fruit is gone at that time. So that's how they
Oh, well,
escape
that's-
from there. That's part of their nature. The skin does get soft after. Do you want another one?
If you open it,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so yummy,
Yeah.
like
Mm.
very tasty. That's
We-
very
we'll
special
We'll eat them
flavor.
all, but we'll probably eat them a bit later on today. I'll just.
Yeah, we won't bore you to
Bore you
crack
with
and
it.
eating the fruit.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just checking time. Beautiful. And plus,
Yeah.
they really packed with that fruit as well.
Lot of seed.
It's fair bit of fruit in it, even they're not very big.
Mm.
As for the other passion fruit, the big ones with the soft skin, sometimes you open it and half of it is dry.
Yeah. These are far superior to the yellow ones. They really are.
The flavor is also very creamy.
Yeah.
It's like fruit mixed with cream.
Mm.
Is that?
Yeah, it's very creamy. Yeah. Anyway, I think we'll leave you for today, and
I stop-
wish you all a pleasant week.
We wish you all pleasant weekend and week, and we wish you all the best and lots of love. We hope you run in lot of love and you give a lot of love each day, every day, because that's the best thing you can do in your life. If you don't know why you live for, I tell you, if you don't know the meaning of life, it is the love. Love is meaning of life. We are here to love. A lot of people forgot about it. So we are here to remind that we have a heart and there is a love inside. Look at it, cultivate it, and love it. Embrace it. Okay. See you next time.
Yeah.
Lots
Ciao.
of love. Ciao bambino.
Bye bye.